Hello everyone, welcome to Cornflower Crafts. My nickname is Corn. And since we didn't do any crafting at all on my words for Wednesday, I thought maybe you all could join me in what I'm working on. Now, you all know I don't ever do a start to finish these days because it takes me forever. I'm trying new things and everything. And speaking of new things, I want to bring your all's attention, not that Kerry's a new thing, her channel, Kerry Porter, My Happy Craft Place, okay? The last time I looked, she had, I think, 21 or 25 subbies. So just want to bring her to your attention because she is the one who inspired me to make this. She is one of our crafting friends across the pond. If I'm not mistaken, she's very, very close to Sherry Jones. If I'm wrong, please correct me. She's just so super sweet, and I watched a video of hers yesterday where she was working in her art journal, and she was taking laces, not just laces, but trims and ribbons, and she placed hers like longer, shorter, you know, like it was coming down like so. And she is really cool to work with. She had the sequin trim, and I don't know about y'all, but sequin trim and I don't do well together. Whenever I cut it, it just sort of falls apart, and I'm like, well, this isn't fun for me. And half the time I just end up taking the sequins off and, you know, gluing them on separate. I guess what I'm saying is I don't have a lot of patience for sequin trim. It's pretty though. It's really pretty. It looks great on hers. Hers is in blues, a darker blue, and cream. And it's really, really pretty. And she's doing it, like I said, on one of her pages of her art journal. And I will link that video down below. And if you all have any time at all to go by and show her some crafty love, because I seriously think that Kerry deserves a whole lot more subbies. I'm being drawn, I've noticed lately, to a lot of crafters who don't have a lot of subbies, but who I think should. You know what I mean? And y'all have been so darling. And Kerry's darling to go. She went over to Carol's channel and subscribed to her. And I think you all know this already. If you just go over and hit the subscribe button, YouTube's like, you have to at least watch one of the videos all the way through. Otherwise, we're not counting you, you know. So I think a lot of us heard about that recently, and it's true. So what I've already done, this is a Tim Holtz tag, and it says Manila, you know. So I went ahead and put 2 coats of gesso on it, actually front and back. And then I took my Distress Oxide and spun sugar, put it on my acrylic block, watered it down, and let it run down here. But as you see, it was pretty even, you know, just a few little spots here and there. And then I took my Kitsch Flamingo, did the same thing, watered that down, and put that over top of it, and then just, you know, kind of held it like this, that, and the other. And before I even did that, I need to tell you all that with my Tim Holtz, who did I put it up? Let me show you all. Let me show you. Remember, my craft room is tiny. It's textured paste, but let me show you what it is. Oh, it just says Ranger. Okay. Doesn't have Tim's name on it. But his Distress Collage Medium does. But it's their texture paste, the Ranger one. And so I put that through a stencil first before I did my oxide, and then the Kitsch Flamingo is ink before I put those on. Sprayed them down with the water and just watched it, you know, fall down. And the funny thing was, I thought I had had gotten the excess, because, you know, it pools right here when you do that. And I had the lace sitting down like so. And I don't know if it's showing up on the camera, but it picked up, and I had painted just the center one, but it picked it up over here and over here when it came down, you know what I mean? Because I had it sitting like so, and it just pulled out into the I like the way it looks. Definitely accidental, but I like the way it looks. But anyway, I like this texture paste. It's very light, y'all, and just a tiny bit goes a long way, as you can see. So after that, I thought, okay, I'm going to use only laces, not the ribbons and trims, just the laces. And I wanted just pink and white. First, I was going to add my mint green leaves all over and stuff like that. And I had a few left over, so I put them on there, and I was like, I'm not feeling it. So took those off and said, I just want pink and white on this tag. So that's what I did. When you see the laces, I actually took the Distress Oxide and Spun Sugar, and I took this paintbrush and I dipped it in there, and I actually, again, I don't know if it's going to show up here, but I actually painted the center of this lace. Let me pull these out here. On this one, I did the bottom of this lace. You know, it's a very, very light pink, but I think it came out nice. I'm tickled with how it came out. So when I had the laces up here, this is so light. This came out so light, I guess because of all the water I had in it. And I was like, do I need something under it? And my first impulse was, do I need ribbon under it so it'll come through the laces, you know, you can see it. Then I was like, maybe I'll do some cardstock, and this is Prima. I think this is the one that says love. Remember that it has Be Beautiful and the Ferris wheel and stuff? I forget, I'm sorry, the name of it. And so I liked it looking like that, you know, off of the torn edge off of the tag. But when you see my laces on here, I don't want to cover up this too much. I love that design. I think I'm happy with how it came out. So I'm like, I don't want to cover up that too much. So I thought, well, maybe I'll have to pull this in a little, you know. So, and then when it comes to the laces, and if I have to cut any off, then I need this edge to look cool. So I took my scissors, opened them up. You all know this. I do have that thing I don't know what it's called, distress tool, I guess, I think. And I do have that to distress paper with, but I thought I would do it with my scissors since a lot of people don't have that. And I just kept, and remember it has the gesso on it, so it was interesting. I just kept digging, you know what I mean, up and down this edge. And that's what it came out with when I did put the spun sugar oxide on it quite a few times. I did it over and over. So happy with how that came out too. So I have my hot glue gun ready in case I want to use it. But I used different kinds of glues with different items, okay? Now, my stuff is already, my die cuts are already done. I did those ahead, and those are pink glitter leaves. I've already cut, but not exactly, but I've already cut the lace out. I know where I want it to go because you all know I've already yappity-yapped so much that it's going, and it takes me forever and a day. So the first thing I'm going to do is to put my lace on the bottom here, but what I want to do is put it on the back, okay, of this. So what I love to use for my laces that are just attached at the bottom, because they usually just have that little line, you know, that's it. And I usually like to really throw the art glitter glue to it. And yes, it's going to get all over me and all over my mat and stuff, but that's what I like to use. And it's starting to overflow. That's not good. There goes my fingers all gluey. Okay. Hopefully I'm in frame. I hope. So where I want it is basically right in the middle there. And I will cut the pieces off later that are hanging over. Okay. And I do go ahead and flip it, because before I thought, oh, it's just as straight as it could be. And no, it's not. Okay. Nope, this wasn't even. Remember, I have issues with straight. It's miraculous if I do anything straight. That, I shouldn't say that, but I mean, it is cool if I do anything straight. Y'all know, excuse me, I have a little cough today. I tried to give it back, but nobody would take it. Uh-oh. My Fabri-Tac doesn't want to open. Okay. This is my favorite glue to use ever. Because as you all know, if you have been lucky enough to use it, it gives you some time. If you have placed it not exactly where you want it, and you're like, ah! Well, this will give you some time. And again, hopefully I'm in frame. Remember, bad eyesight, I do the best I can to be in frame. All right, Rooney. Now, I can't go right to the edge, which is where I want to do, but we'll go as close as we can. Okay. Maybe like so. See, I can. It will let me move it a little. You know, and that means a great deal to me. Now, when Kerry was doing applying her lace and her trims, God love her, she was using Mod Podge. And she would place it, you know, on her page, in her art journal, and then put her lace on, and then sometimes take her I think she was doing it with the foam brush, and put a little bit on the other side too. And she also used sprays and everything, but after her lace and trims were down. So I thought that was pretty cool. I'm going to grab this now since I have a second. And I like to flip it over. And yes, we're going to have splattered little pieces of lace all over the place. And we'll try to get those. Okay. Alrighty. So, the laces that I that I found were mostly cotton. Okay, so they're pretty thick. I don't know why I said it that way. I have moved around so much, in case you're wondering why is her accent coming and going. It's because I pick up a little bit of wherever I've gone. And I also have been known to quote movies so much that I will say certain things like time. I know how to say time, but I've noticed in these videos, every time I say time, I go, time and time. That I think comes from, I can't swear it, but that I think comes from a movie. I've asked the family, I'm like, do I really say it that way? And they shake their head, yes. And I'm like, well, where'd I get it? And I forget that it's a movie that I quote quite a few movies. Well, the whole family does that. Just like we say, it's a cone from The Wedding Singer. We have seen that movie so many times. We love that movie so stinking much that we remember when his friend hits that when he's driving and he says, you hit those cones, and he goes, it's a cone. And a lot of times if we're trying, you know, if we say something's, you know, kind of silly or something like that, and we I'm trying to do the glue here. I'm going to interrupt myself right here. I'm trying to do the glue here so that it won't fray too much. It's going to fray anyway, but not too bad. Now, some people would tell you good that it's going to fray, but for this project, I don't need it to. And you're going to see that Fabri-Tac does, it really and truly does dry clear, but it also will have a little shine to it. Do you know what I mean? So I'm like, oh, that's interesting. Let me do this. Sometimes your Fabri-Tac will get a bunch of glue up here. Okay. So anyway, what I was saying, you know, and we look at each other like, what are you saying, or what are you talking about? We'll just say, it's a cone. Do you all ever do stuff like that? Like, uh-oh, how do I get out of this? I'll just say, they were cones, or it's a cone. Okay, now those are the only ones that are going to be flush, you know, with each side. Other than that, no. So the next one, as I mentioned in that lace, I did the pink in the middle. I can see it, but I don't know if it's showing up on camera. I did the pink in this middle loop right here, okay? And what I'm going to do with mine is well, since that's, I won't do it here because this has little flowers coming up. But if it just has something like this, like a straight edge, I will go ahead and cover that part up when I do the next piece of lace. But yeah, let's see. Do like so. I think I told you all once, I had one person literally thought I was telling or making a joke out of my my Southern accent. I am a Southerner for real, and I've lived in quite a few Southern states, so I pick up here and there. But I was a little shocked that she thought I was joking. I was like, no. Why is that a joke? You know, I didn't get why it was a joke, but okay. Alrighty. Hopefully you can see the pink. And like I said, it's very light, but it's so pretty. I love that sponge sugar. Now on this one, see, I'm going to cover up that one little, you know, where it will almost, even though these are flat, I could still do this as flat, you know, just put it right like so. But I thought it looked cute, you know, like that. But I might end up putting this over a little bit more. I think I will. And just cut that later. So let's do this. And I know my accent comes out more at certain times. I've noticed that in these videos. It seems to come out more. Let me do this too because, oops, I should have done it up here because I might cut it. I probably will cut it. So this one, I'm going to put maybe in this much. Oh boy. Heather, if you're here, I have very gluey fingers. Another friend of ours from across the pond. And she's does not like gluey fingers, and I was saying to her in the beginning, oh, I'm fine with it. Not anymore, because my glue gets on everything. This, I did these 2 centers in pink. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to come over even more. Like so, maybe? Yeah. So, excuse me, I had mentioned before, I sound like I'm growling. I had mentioned before that a lot of Southerners did not pick up their accent at school. It's at home or with your buddies. I had someone, a parent at home, say, don't talk a certain way because you sound like a hick. Lovely Judy from my scrapbook loft said hillbilly, used the term hillbilly, and which is a beautiful, I love hillbillies. People who live in the hills are wonderful, sweet folk. And I was like, well, who wouldn't mind sounding like them? But Mama, okay, I mentioned who it was. I shouldn't have said that. I usually don't tell tales and names to boot, but Mama was like, don't talk. Uh-oh, sorry about the sirens. Always say a little prayer for whoever is in need and whoever goes to help them. Mercy. I hate hearing them. You know? Well, that threw me off. I don't even know what I was talking about. Oh, accents. So, like I said, Mama was like, don't talk like that. Although she was a Georgia peach. And she had an accent, but it was so stinking charming. Do you know what I mean? That it was like, oh well. If you're already starting to fray, you can cut that off. And then, hopefully, you can go like so and get it to stop. You know, put the glue on it. But our teacher, speaking of, we didn't pick it up. What I was saying, we didn't pick it up at school. Ooh, maybe this should go in even a little more. Yeah. So that we have this. Oh boy. Our teachers, I've mentioned this before, our teachers didn't say, get up in front of the class, our English teachers didn't say, the rain in Spain falls mainly in the plain. They didn't do that. It's just after school, because we loved our teachers. Look at that. I glued that really well. Wow. Let me see something, y'all. Did you all get these at Dollar Tree? Let's see if we can get that up. Yeah. Uh-oh. We got it up so much that we also took some of the finish off, I think. We're good. And I'm going to go ahead and cut these. Normally I would cut these with my Fisker scissors because I love these so much. They help if you have arthritis, carpal tunnel, and if you have both, like I do, then they help. But these guys are Fiskers as well, but these do such a beautiful job of cutting things that are all gluey. So see, we got that. We got it. So what I had picked out, you know, it takes me a while to go through my stash and say, what do I want here? Or should I make a big flower to go there? And then I'm like, no, you have these huge flowers in your stash that the only time you use them, and I rarely do that because a lot of times I make my own. Oh, more sirens, mercy. Is the cover of journals and stuff, the cover of things. I don't put them on a lot of stuff because look how dimensional this is. A lot of times I'm always trying to keep flat. I went ahead and painted with the Distress Oxide the center crocheted flower here. This is lace that they did. This is a Paper Studio from Hobby Lobby. That's one of their flowers I've had for years, maybe over 3 or 4 years. It's lace, then it has some tulle, then it has 2 crocheted flowers, and then this is sewn on, the bling in the center. So here's the seam going down, and boy, is that messy, but it's there. You know what I mean? It works. So, and the funny thing is, if you look in here, if it's showing up, my watered down Distress Oxide actually went all the way through and dyed a little tiny piece of pink right there. This got curled up in packaging. Oh, and there's a string. Let's see here. Okay. And so let me see, there's my seam. So I was thinking that I wanted, you got to keep my hole available, but I wanted this over here. You know, and then the package that I got this in also had the crocheted flowers separate, but they didn't have any centers. So what I did was take out my gem tack and put a big circle around it, and then in the very, very center, I put just a dot of hot glue, because I have found that the hot glue doesn't, it looks great at first, but it can go, because I've had examples sent back to me, seriously, from a friend of mine. I was like, what happened? So I love this piece of bling because I hope it's showing up. It goes from pale pink to darker pink, which is what we're trying to do here. So I thought I'd put this here, that there. Then I do have these darling little crocheted flowers with the French knot, pink French knot in the center to go down like so. I also have these daisies, applique daisies that I took off of trim. And these are my glittered pink leaves that my die cuts that I just did on my little sidekick. Love that sidekick. It is paid for itself 100 times over. The only other thing, once I was thinking about doing this, and this, the only other thing I was thinking of is maybe bringing out some thread or something, you know, and wind it around and making pretty little, but I don't know, because I want this to stand out a lot. I like to see, you cannot tell they're pink roses underneath the lace because the lace is so thick being cotton, but you can tell that it looks just like variegated pink under it. I like how that's looking. Having this blunt cut even of lace bugs me. I don't mind it here and here, but I don't like it here. So that's what I want to do. I want to cover it up by, you know, putting my daisies and my little flowers down here so that I don't have to see that. I don't like it. This is the plan, y'all. Now, whether or not we accomplish it, now when you take these little daisies one by one off of there, they have these little things that need to be snipped off. But yeah, I thought maybe something like so, but not so straight, you know, like that. And cascading down here, I do have the, from trim again, the pink leaves to put on. So let's start this process now and see what we get. I have learned when you line it up and everything, it still won't be exactly like you thought it would be. Now, again, we've established this can go at an angle here. This is the little seam. Whew, boy, that took a long time to get the word seam out. Woof. I wanted it to go over there. You know what I mean? But still, let me have this go. I'm going to put lace up here. Okay. I don't mind it looking like that. Alrighty. That's not bad. My tool is sticking up, but I'm okay with that. Oh boy, that is hot. That hot glue is really hot. You know what I mean? When you feel it underneath, it's like, whoa. Alrighty. And I want to put some leaves. Let me see, where are my bigger leaves? I want my bigger leaves up here. Let's see. I wonder if we do like so. Maybe. This is going to be here, so I need to know. I don't just say, okay, I'm going to put that there. I don't do that. And the reason being, that's just me. I don't do that. Do you know what I mean? Some people love that, you know, it's just off the cuff, you know. Oh, that'd be cute, hanging off of this side too. I like stuff that hangs off the sides. Oh, cute. And maybe, these are the smaller ones. Maybe here. Woohoo. Okay, I like that. I'm going to keep him, it's a boy. I'm going to keep him there. And then, as you all know, I just absolutely love my tweezers. My very favorite thing in my craft room. And I'm going to get this back out. And put glue on the bottom half. Whoopsie. Sometimes I write on anything I can find, any of my scraps. These were die cut from scraps. And I write on the back, nice strings. Oh boy, are they gluey fingers now. And I write on the back to say, oh, is that the color I want? You know what I mean, with my markers. It gets weird. It gets weird. And this, I can glue almost everything. Yeah, look at that. Look at what this glue is doing. Interesting. Yeah, not the bottom part though, not too much. I want this coming off of there. And I like that there. Ooh, it's got a little, like a little cut in it. I've never had that happen before. Was I too rough? Because it has little slits in it, you know? Maybe I was too rough with it. Excuse me, guys. I got to make sure I like the placement. Okay. And Fabri-Tac will give you, let me try to clean that. It will give you strings sometimes, like the glue gun, which I think is interesting. I need to see what I'm doing, guys. Okay, now with this little cutie, a lot of times I like to back my flowers up, you know, dimension-wise on the one it's closest to, which means I need to basically glue these three, but leave those two up. So I will glue like this. And this one sticking up. All right. Now, a lot of times I will go ahead with this, the flowers cascading down here. I will go ahead and glue my leaves down first. This I didn't have to because I knew I could tuck them under that lace. But with this one, I'm concerned about not getting, you know what I mean, if I put this here, and let me make sure I'm putting these on right, yeah. That I won't be, if you know what I mean, I won't be able to tuck it under them. I could probably be fine with these. Well, let's see, let's just do, I'll do something I haven't done before. And I usually go ahead and put the hot glue on where that French knot is, because they have come apart before on me. No, say it ain't so. It is. So I will do that. And then I think maybe this guy. Like so. Let me see where I want this one so that I can see where I want that one. And yes, I am what some people would call a controlled crafter. I want things where I want them. Okay. And with this one, I'm just going to put just a tiny bit, a little bit towards the petals, but not too much. Just in case, not at the very end, just in case I have to put my leaves there. Okay. Well, I didn't get a good grip of that one. That's already got some glue strings on it. Again. Maybe over like that. One of these guys. I'm so concerned about putting it on the wrong side. Sorry guys, gotta get it close to me. And maybe like that. Maybe. As you know, if your glue, your hot glue decides to seep out, and you will, unfortunately, see it, which I have no desire to see it. Excuse me, y'all. My eyes. I have a lot of problems with my eyes, and they've decided to water. Okay. This guy, do we want it out? Yeah, way out probably. Maybe like so. I hope everybody's having, or getting ready to have, a wonderful weekend. Handsome has the day off, but he's got some studying to do. Been doing some studying, and he's been doing some tree trimming. I helped him with it last week, but this week I'm going to see where I want these guys. But this week I'm going to leave him to it. But I helped him last week, but let me tell you something. The old gray mare, you know what I mean? She just ain't what she used to be. No, 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 no. If I can't get these pink leaves the way I want them, then I'm going to go ahead and cut them. It's like I said, normally I have the leaves under the flowers, but I mean all the way under, like that, but even more so. Yeah, they need to be cut a little too long. Just too long. Like the way that texture paste feels. It's pretty cool. I still don't like the length of that one. I don't know about this. Let me pick this up and see if I like it. I don't want to put all that time and effort into something that I'm going to be like, no, I don't like it. I'm not digging this either. Well, glue on everything. wishing I had done it. They still need to be smaller. Wishing I had done it like I usually do it. But that's okay. Because I thought I was saving time, but I think I'm making more time. Let's see here. I know everybody's going to fast forward through this, but those who have stayed, bless your heart, thank you. I was going to try to do a live, and Handsome and I have been talking about doing a live forever and a day, but here's where the but comes in. Remember when we did the tea party? It was so successful, and so many people were watching it, and it was so exciting. And then, for some reason, YouTube took it down, and I've tried to find it on my, you know what I mean, in, you know, behind the scenes, and they took it down. I mean, that was it. I can't, it's over. Can't find it, nothing. So that makes me kind of, well, it doesn't make me kind of, that upsets me quite a bit. So we haven't done much sense in that, but I keep talking to him about it, and he says, yeah, we'll do it sometime soon. And I was going to do this so that you guys could, excuse me, probably, you know, talk to Handsome while I'm doing, because I can't really look at the monitor, the video. Ooh, don't do that. You know, when I'm crafting, do I need one more in there? I think one more would be cute, like here maybe. Or here maybe. It's too big. So evidently I tuck about 2/3 of them under the flowers. Let's see. How's that? And if I want to add any more, I'll do it later. Because I think, you know, we're running awfully long here. And I can just let you know that it is mostly finished. Now, this one's the cute one. I cut it way down, but it's really cute, you know. I'm going to tuck that up there as far as I can get it. When it comes to pink and white, I can use this on so many of my projects. Because as you all know, so many of my projects are in these colors exactly. And these leaves, that trim I got from Hobby Lobby when they put them on clearance, I haven't seen them there for a while. Have you guys? I think that might be it, you know. And I find that sad because I love using them. They're very versatile and they're satiny, you know. So we're going to, excuse me, I'm going to say that's close with the the leaves. There might be a few more leaves that I place on there too. I'm not sure. But let's get some lace for the top here, and then we can call it a day. I'm not even going to look and see how long I've taken to do this much. Because something tells me it's really, really long. So, lace-wise, I think we're going to go with, let's see. That is such a beautiful, you can tell I've used a lot of this one. It's just such a sweet one. Let's do that one. We'll do like so. Maybe there. Isn't it funny, the ones that you like the most, you just see them shrink in a hurry. And the other ones that you think, well, they're okay. They stay a while. Let me make sure I've got it on the correct side. That's so important to me. And yes, I have messed up before. So let's kind of fold this up a little bit here. Get it right through here. The gesso makes this have a great feel, by the way. And if you all hear a bunch of noise, that's my handsome coming in from outdoors. Now, we could actually even make a bow if we wanted, but I don't know if I got it. I don't think I got enough lace. You know what I mean? I don't think I cut off enough. We can do a little short one. Look how cute. Aww. I love lace bows. They make me happy. That has a little, have y'all noticed since I've got it on there like that? Let's do it a different way because it had a little tilt to it. Since we're going to do a bow, let's do something different here. Let's go this way. Oops. Yeah, that's the way it's got to go. And that's something you'll know about me. I change my mind a lot. Let's not twist this up too much here. Sometimes I just leave it like that. But let's see what we can accomplish. If we can't accomplish it, then we'll just do the other way. And now this one wants to twist to the side, which is kind of cute though, isn't it? But that's not what I want to accomplish. Instead of going this way, let's go this way. See what happens. Are you saying corn? Just tie the daggone lace. I got stuff to do. Well, y'all just go on and do it now. I understand. Let's put this here. Oh, I like the bow. And let's go ahead and we do our little fish tails here. And we're done, y'all. Unless I decide to put a couple of more pink leaves on it, but I doubt it. All right, I'm liking that. Okay, and I want to thank y'all for joining me today, and I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening. Bye-bye, everybody. Take good care.